Ethan and Bailey and Colette and Eliana and Caden and Lily and whoever else might want to watch this thing. This is more fun at the farm, Fence Row Finds. And I was out in the woods today, doing what I do in the woods. Sometimes I go for a walk. Sometimes I just go out and breathe the woodsy air. Sometimes I look for things. Today I was working in the woods. I was dragging up wood, cutting up wood, splitting up wood, stacking up wood, and enjoying a beautiful day in the woods. And of course, whenever you walk around in the woods, or on a sidewalk, or on a playground, or at a beach, or in the mountains, wherever you might be walking around outdoors, you want to look around while you walk. And so that's one of the things I do. I look around while I walk. And I look around while I work. It's a nice thing to do. And lots of interesting things today. Here's thing one. You might say, well, that doesn't look too interesting. Well, what is it, do you think? Is it an animal? Is it a funny animal? No, no, no. It's not an animal. There, you see an odd well, you can't tell exactly what it is because you can't feel it, and you can't smell it, and you don't know where, underneath what sort of tree I found this. So I'll tell you. It is a hickory nut, a very large hickory nut. I think it fell out of the tree. It's about a ripe hickory nut. That's the base of the nut right there. That's the part right here that actually grows up in the tree and hangs from a branch. So it fell from the tree, and a squirrel started nibbling on it, and it smells. It smells really, 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 really good. You can't smell it. I'll hold it up here so you can pretend smell it. Sniff, sniff, sniff. It looks like pumpkin, doesn't it? It's not pumpkin. It doesn't smell like pumpkin, but well, you could almost imagine it smells a little bit like pumpkin pie. Anyway, it's got an outer husk on it. This green thing is a little bit, has some moisture in it, but pardon my dirty fingernails. As I said, I've been working in the woods. But this green outer husk will actually turn chocolatey brown. It'll look just like chocolate, and it'll shrink up a little bit, and then you can peel it off, and inside is a nut, a hard case of a nut, hard shell of a nut. Inside the hard shell is the nut meat. In this case, it's hickory nut meat, and it's quite good. Hickory nut meat is quite good. Years and years and years ago, people would actually crack them and pick the nut meat out, and they'd add it to cornmeal or oatmeal or whatever they wanted to add a little bit of nut flavor to. Even cakes, they'd add it to cakes. And it was very good. So there you go. That's a large, very handsome specimen of a partially gnawed on hickory nut. What else did I find? What else did I find in the woods? Well, here I found this in the woods. And you know what this is because I've showed you this before. This is just a piece of, yes, you know exactly what it is. You know exactly what it is. A piece of a snakeskin, just a fragment. Don't know where the rest of it is. The snake may have had a hard time getting out. Here are its long belly scales. You can see these long sort of scaly things across the base here. That's its belly. That's its stomach. That's what it crawled on. And these smaller little pieces of scale, of course, are its back and its sides. So its belly is different than its back and its sides. What kind of snake was this, do you think? I think it was a black snake, sometimes called a black racer. That's what I think. It's a very common large snake around here. And what else did I find? Well, let me jiggle you around. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. And this is a fascinating find. Put you back here. Yep, like that. So like that. That's so good. That's better. And let's see. Oh, I didn't find this. This is a dog bowl, and you can see it's an old dog bowl. It's been around. It's got a dent. It's made out of stainless steel, and it'll last for a long, 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 long time. It gets beat up. It gets stomped on, it gets knocked into, but still, the dogs use it all the time. And I'm using it right now. Look, I took it away from the dogs because I wanted to put these guys in it and show them to you. These little guys right here. What is that? It's curling up. Well, let's see if I put it closer, see if you can tell what it is. Yes, you can see that it has little teeny legs. Teeny legs. How many legs does it have? 1, 2, whoops. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs. It has 6 legs. That means it's an insect. But this is not an insect that you can recognize. This is called a larva. Bonk, just dropped him. I'll get another one out. I'll get another one. I've got a whole lot of them here. Look at this guy. Look at the size of that fellow. Can you see his legs? There they are. 1, 2, 3. Well, I can't hold it so you can count them, but he's got 6 legs. And this is his back end here. You can see it's very dark. The reason it's dark is because these guys, where is he? There he is. These guys eat wood. And in order to eat wood, you have to have a couple things. You have to have very strong jaws, which these guys have. Oops, a little bit of larva mess on my finger. They've got very, very strong jaws, and they munch, munch, munch on wood. The wood they munch on is typically, whoops, keep dropping them. Try not to squeeze them because they're very soft, very, very soft. And they're reclusive. They live in rotten, half-rotten trees, and they eat the half-rotten wood. And they grow, and they grow. After their little teeny eggs, they grow, and they become these things, which are larvae. People don't become larvas. People are not like insects in that regard. People are born as little teeny people, and they grow into bigger and bigger people. But they are always sort of people. Not so with these. These start off as little eggs. The eggs hatch, and they go through a little phase there of growing, and then they turn into this. This is also called a grub. Technically, though, it's better to call it an insect larva because it's an intermediate stage. What this thing will become after a time is a large, I think, black, shiny, shiny, shiny black beetle. So, whereas right now it's very soft, see how soft? You can see my finger pushing in on his skin. It's very soft and kind of cool. Anyway, he'll change into an entirely different creature. He will turn into a beetle with very long, well, not very long, quite long, many times longer than its present legs, probably 3 times longer than its present legs, and a very black, shiny, hard outer skeleton, exoskeleton. He doesn't have any bones. This guy doesn't have any bones, and when he grows up, he won't have any bones either. He'll have an exoskeleton, sort of like armor plating on the outside. But I've got a whole bowl full of these. You can't see them in the bowl, can you? Let's see. Can I tilt the bowl more? Whoop! There. Oops, just spilled them out. Not all of them, though. Anyway, I've got about a dozen of them. And if I were really, 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 really hungry, you know, like kind of starving and my pants were falling off, I would close my eyes and I would eat these guys. I might even try to roast them first. I'm not sure. If I was really, really, really hungry, though, these are a great food source. The best way probably to eat them would be to have some oil and deep fry them in oil, so they would be sort of crispy and they wouldn't be gooey. But anyway, I'm not going to eat them anytime soon. I hope I never have to eat them. But they're big and they're juicy, and I tell you who does like to eat these. Who likes to eat these are fish. These make great fishing bait. If you ever go fishing, you take one of these things, and you put that on your fishing hook. It takes a big fish to eat it. But fish really love these because they know they're full of nutrition. They're if not tasty, they are very good for you to eat. They've got lots of good stuff, vitamins, minerals, all that kind of stuff. So there you go. there they are, grubs. Great big monstrous grubs, which I'm having a really hard time showing you. There. Oop, I'm dumping them out. I'll just dump them out and you can see them dump out. Dump, dump. I'm dumping them into my lap. Dump, dump. Dump, dump. Dump, 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 dump. Look at all those things. There we are. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. If we had chickens, I'd feed them to the chickens. I don't think the dogs will eat them. So I'll probably just toss them and let the terrapin, the box turtle, the eastern box turtle, I had one of those yesterday. I found one. I put it in this very bowl last night to make a video today, and he climbed out, and he's gone. But he was golden. He was the color of that lamp. That's the color that he was. Usually, eastern box turtles are different. They're sort of gold, they're sort of brown, they're sort of black, they're sort of mottled. This one was almost all gold, the color of that. But he's gone. So that's all for now.